Some days don't need thunder to feel dangerous, because they carry their own electricity, and that's exactly what happened in Guinea Bissau. A night so quiet, so heavy, that people could feel something was coming long before it arrived. The silence over Bissau wasn't normal. It felt thick, almost physical, like the air itself was holding its breath. Neighbors spoke softer, conversations paused without warning. Everyone sensed the tension without knowing why. Then it happened. A single gunshot cracked the night open sharp, clean, final. It didn't echo. It landed. A sound that instantly told the city, the night is no longer yours. Motorcyclists pulled over. Cars slowed to a crawl. People froze mid-step, unsure whether to duck, run, or stand still. Everyone waited for the next sound, and it came. A second burst, louder, closer, deliberate. This was not random gunfire. This was a message. A silent announcement that control had shifted. Moments later, soldiers appeared from alleyways, buildings, and intersections. As if they'd rehearsed this night 100 times, they moved with calm, quiet confidence, men who weren't responding to chaos, but carrying out a plan. No shouting, no panic, no confusion, just calm, organized authority. They raised their palms to stop cars, checked trunks, inspected phones, demanded IDs with cold precision. Every gesture told the same story. This was an execution, not a reaction. Checkpoints multiplied. Roads that were open minutes earlier became sealed off. Military vehicles blocked. Intersections and people watching from windows could feel it in their bones. The country had just changed. Then came the announcement. A short, sharp statement. The military has assumed total control. No explanation. No reassurance. Just raw authority. Borders closed instantly. The election process was suspended. A curfew was declared until further notice. By the time the nation heard the announcement, they already knew. They had felt it in the air long before the soldier said a word, and somewhere in the middle of all this, the president vanished. No speech, no appearance, no address to calm the nation, just silence, and in moments like these, silence is louder than gunfire. A journalist from Senegal, Nicholas Hack, was the first to say what everyone feared. The president's whereabouts are not immediately clear. In West Africa, a president doesn't simply disappear during a coordinated military operation. Not in a nation where both leading candidates had already declared themselves winners. Not after an election that had already split the country. The presidential palace, normally the safest and most protected place in the nation, had become a symbol of uncertainty, surrounded by soldiers whose loyalty was unclear, guarded not for the president, but for the seat of power. And the more reports came in, the clearer it became. The military was not restoring order. The military was establishing it. People whispered through cracked doors. Was the president moved to safety? Did he flee? Was he detained? Was he negotiating? Rumors spread faster than facts. But one detail mattered more than all the whispers combined. The military had spoken before the president. And in a crisis, that is the loudest statement of all. Later, reports confirmed the truth many feared. President Umaro Sissoco Embalo had been arrested. And that's when people realized this crisis didn't start tonight. It was the result of weeks, maybe months, of tension building beneath the surface. To understand why the soldiers moved so decisively, you must go back to the election that triggered everything. Elections are supposed to settle arguments, not create new ones. But from the beginning, this one felt wrong. Rushed, narrow, controlled. The first red flag? The PAGC, one of the country's most historic political forces, was barred from fielding a candidate. Removing them didn't just eliminate a political choice, it removed balance. It made the election feel incomplete. People participated, but the excitement was gone, replaced by resignation, the sense that they were performing democracy, not practicing it. Then the moment that shattered whatever trust was left. Before a single official result was released, both leading candidates declared victory. President Embalo declared himself the winner. His challenger, Fernando Diaz, declared himself the winner. 2.2 men claiming the same chair at the same time doesn't create a celebration. It creates a countdown, a dangerous one. Markets went quiet. Taxi drivers whispered predictions. Observers raised alarms. Civil society groups questioned transparency. Regional actors watched nervously. The instability wasn't born from violence. It was born from uncertainty. And uncertainty is where coups grow. So when gunfire rang out the night before the results were due, people were shocked, but not surprised. The military understood what was coming. They saw the vacuum forming. They knew that once results were announced, someone would gain legitimacy. A declared winner becomes harder to challenge. Legitimacy is more powerful than bullets. The soldiers moved before legitimacy could exist. By striking early, they froze the story mid-sentence. They created a blank space, a moment where nothing was decided, so anything could be done. Borders closed to control information. Curfew imposed to control movement, streets taken to control visibility, silence used to control emotion. This was not chaos. This was choreography. By the time morning arrived, the city felt awake, but not alive. Shops opened late, children stayed inside, schools were shut. Without an announcement, markets spoke in whispers. Fear moved faster than orders. Soldiers stood everywhere, not shouting, not threatening, just present, and presence alone is power. People didn't know whether the takeover was temporary or permanent, whether democracy would return or fade quietly, whether this was a correction or a new order. The world issued statements. ECOWAS expressed concern. Observers called for calm. But for those living inside Bissau, international voices felt distant. What mattered more were the armed men standing at every corner. Days passed. No official explanation, no transition timeline, no speech from the military leaders. Just a steady, expanding silence, and silence is dangerous. Silence makes rumors sound truthful. Silence makes fear feel reasonable. Silence makes the future look darker than reality. Guinea-Bissau found itself suspended in time. The country paused between two possible futures. One future where democracy returns, messy, imperfect, contested, but civilian. Another future under military rule, strict, controlled, predictable, but without the people's voice, and nobody knew which direction the country was drifting toward. Point 1 announcement could change everything. Point 1 decision could decide the nation's destiny. But no announcement came. So Guinea-Bissau waited, and in that waiting, the question hanging over every home, every market, every street became unavoidable. Will the nation return to its ballots, or will the boots that claimed the night decide its future?